Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Sean. I am a health and fitness coach at Body by Habit where I help people reinvent their health. Today I want to talk to you about something that I think is extremely important but often overlooked when it comes to losing weight and getting healthy. The number one thing, and it's a big part of the system that I teach my clients, is the emotions of health. Something that's important for you to realize and that most people overlook, and I overlooked this for a long time, is that emotions are a part of your metabolism. So your metabolism is a sum total of all the chemical reactions going on in your body at any given time. And your emotions, when you think about it that way, your emotions are actually metabolized. And so they make up an ingredient of your digestive metabolism as well. So what this means is that if you're stressed if you're sitting down at the dinner table and you're stressed for some reason, now this could be a conscious stressor or it could be sort of a subconscious stressor that's kind of in the background, but it's stress nonetheless. It is affecting the way that you metabolize food, the way you digest the food, absorb the nutrition from the food, get energy out of the food. It affects all of that. Half the battle can just be getting the emotional state to a place that is relaxed. Okay, so these are it's a state of relaxation and pleasure that you get from the food, and not a state of stress, which could be fear, anxiety, or just worrying that the food you're eating is making you fat. It's actually counterproductive. If you're going around believing these thoughts while you're eating the food and getting stressed out about it, you're doubling down on the problem instead of contributing to a solution. So it's not helpful to think this way and to exist in this stressful state while you're eating or thinking about food. So now that we know that emotions are an important part of overall metabolism, how do we get control of them? Now that's a really big topic, one that I could create a whole nother channel just on that topic alone. But the key thing to realize is that most people, what they do when they look at their lives or the circumstances in their lives is they're looking through their ego, which is sort of it's what you identify with. This is the sense of self, is this ego. And the ego can only see about, this much. It's just looking through a pinhole of what is actually a much bigger picture. So as you begin to expand your consciousness or expand your awareness of everything that's going on, you see the bigger picture. This includes the emotional side of it, as well as the analytical side of it, the masculine and the feminine. So you expand to see the bigger picture, and you begin to see that circumstances you actually have a choice of how to respond to circumstances in your life. And the more you expand, the more control you'll have, and the more power you have to then start changing your behavior. So as you separate from the emotions and you begin to observe them, you get power over them, or I should say they have less power over you. One of the best ways to kick off this process is with a journal, and you just start writing down how you feel about yourself. You ask yourself questions, especially about the events during the day and the emotions you may have experienced during the day. Now, you can ask questions about certain types of food, why they make you feel a good way, why you might crave them, why they make you feel a certain way, because they're an approximation of an emotion that you're looking for a lot of times. And so we substitute certain feelings of comfort with food because they're a pretty close approximation. But they're not the real comfort we're looking for. More on that later. Today, I just want to give you a big overview of the emotions of health. Now, the more awareness you get, the more you expand your sort of consciousness about your emotions and who you are, the more you accept yourself, the more you realize you have worth, the less that you attach to outside circumstances, the less you allow the judgments of others to affect you and who you are, because they don't actually affect you. That's a choice that we make. The more you do that, the more often you can choose to feel, think, and be thin to start with. Most people, they put the cart before the horse. They think in order to be happy, I must look a certain way. But this is backwards. In order to be happy, you can be happy now. Choose be happy, and then you begin to sort of live into this new self-image because you're choosing happiness first, or you're choosing to feel thin, to feel beautiful, to feel strength. All of those things first. You choose those first and you practice that. The body is short to follow it, and it will because it must. Your external state is a reflection of your internal state. The sooner you can dial this into the sooner you can dial your mind into what's true, connect it to your heart, and open your heart to others the sooner you can enjoy the process of becoming weightless. So thanks for spending time with me today. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting a lot more videos on this and related topics that is going to help you expand your awareness and sort of grow into this habit of being thin and healthy and feeling alive and vibrant and having that vitality that is really the essence of what we're looking for. But everybody just talks about the surface level stuff. We don't talk about that stuff so much. We need the fundamentals, and this is where it begins. It begins in the heart, and it begins in a habit of thought. And those are the key areas we want to focus on. Everything else will follow suit almost as if by magic, or well, not by magic, but it will feel effortless. That's what we're after. Subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more about that kind of stuff. And thanks again for sharing your time with me today. See you in the next video.